Hi, I'm Ville, 50 years old, from Helsinki, Finland, co-skipper at the Galliana team. Back in 1990, I was sailing in Gotland Rund race and I participated that race. And then when I was heading back to Finland from Sweden, I hitchhiked actually on a Union Bank of Finland, which was one of the maxis in 1989 90 Whitbread round the world race. And while I was sailing from Sweden to Helsinki across the Baltic Sea, steering that fantastic boat, I kind of like promised myself that I'm gonna be in the next Finnish like Whitbread project. And so it happened that actually there never was another Finnish Whitbread project. So basically this is the next one. So kind of like that teenage dream will come true. Well, basically, of course, sailing. Of course, super exciting sailing around the world. Personally, I have my majority of my sailing experiences at the Baltic Sea, but really sailing in the oceans, that's something new for me and really exciting. I'm looking forward to that. Well, I want to, of course, like learn the big ocean sailing, big water sailing. So looking forward to that. But also, I think that this is a great opportunity to learn something about yourself. So my background in sailing was that I was 2 years old when I was first time in a sailing boat, and then that was with my aunt and her family, and I've been sailing together with them for all my life. And actually, I do sail together with my aunt's husband until today. So currently, we own one 6-meter boat together, and we've been racing with that for more than 10 years now. My sailing experience is basically just from the keel boats. So I started racing when I was, or kind of like they took me in the racing crews when I was 10 years old. And back then my job was whenever we were attacking, my job was to like let go the sheet from the lower side, and I became pretty good at that. I think it's kind of like the overall bigger picture, and maybe since my role in this team is to be the co-skipper, so to me it's really looking at the big picture and not always like doing everything myself. I've kind of like have been, and my history in the sailing has been that I've been more on kind of like doer side. So for example, in our 6 meters, I'm the bowman and so on. I kind of like to go there and be in the middle of the action. But now I think that with this project, my role is going to be a little bit different. I don't know, maybe some kind of a versatility in that sense that I'm like, have experience from many aspects. But then I don't know, maybe one superpower would be during the race probably like playing the guitar and keeping up the spirit. Well, my family and friends, they have been super excited about this project and super excited about the opportunity that I have. And I've been thinking that maybe this is like a little bit of this, I don't know, 50s crisis in a way that when you turn 50 you have to do something crazy, so maybe sailing around the world is crazy enough. Well, I would say it's the guitar. Probably could almost survive, but it's gonna be much more nicer if I have my guitar, and because it's kind of like something that it's a taking a vacation on from everything. So my role in this project is to be the co-skipper, first mate, and which is stated by the race rules. And with that, like my role obviously is that I have to be able to take Tapio's place at every given time if needed. So that kind of like, of course, gives me quite broad responsibility, and yeah, it's a big shoes to be filled if so happens. Well, obviously the Finnish teams are kind of like very interesting since they're close to us, and maybe the former Fatser Finland is very interesting since back in 1985 when the Fatser Finland participated with Bread Round the World race. I was like a super fan at that time. I was like, I don't know, 13, 14 years old. So a sailing idol, maybe I would say like late Peter Blake or Skip Novak, those kind of like 70s, 80s Whitbread skippers. Those are kind of like heroes. I'm really like a fan of those classic sailing. Well, probably coming back to work and trying to settle back into the working life. Whether it will be a success or not, that remains to be seen. Hopefully continue sailing, but maybe one project at a time. So at this moment, I'm not like planning my next round the world race. But you never know. I mean, it's interesting to see that what do I think in like a year and a half from here. So.